Hi, Jo from Core Connection Personal Training and Buggy Bootcamp. Right, so in order for you to be able to do these programs correctly and get the most out of them, it's really, really important that you can connect your breath to your pelvic floor and your core so that you know what you're meant to be feeling whenever I'm giving out coaching points. And if you can't get that connection, you can't feel a big lift of pelvic floor, we just need some extra coaching beforehand, or you might need to see a women's health physio just to make sure you've got that connection, because we don't want to do any harm. Okay, right, so I'll just show you what to do and what you should be feeling as we do it. Okay, right, so your core is made up of your pelvic floor, and it's made up of a band of muscle called your TVA, your transverse abdominals. Okay, it's made up of lower back muscles and also your diaphragm. So those four things have got to all work together to protect it, to make your core work. Okay, so they've all got to work at the same time. All right, so we want to make sure that we know what we're feeling. It's quite easy to show you. Right, make sure you've got a ball as well, and you'll need some kind of a little stretchy band or a sock or just something that will create a bit of tension. Okay, a pair of tights, a scarf. Okay, right, so first of all, let's find out what your TVA is. Okay, so I want to lie down on our back. Okay, lost my ball. Okay, right, so lie down on your back. So find your hip bones, all right, and then you're just going to move in about an inch, and I want you to say set. Okay, so when you say set, you should feel a tightening across your lower tummy. Okay, and it's not like a great big bicep squeeze. Okay, you should just feel it tighten all the way across in a band. So that is actually your TVA. All right, that is a big band of muscle that wraps all the way around, and that is the band of muscle that baby sits behind. And it really stretches. Okay, so it's really important that we know how to work this when we are recovering from giving birth. Okay, because that's what gives us our core strength, but that's also what flattens our tummy. Okay, right, so fingertips on your hip bones in about an inch and set. Okay, right, so now we're going to take that a little bit further. We want to make sure our pelvic floor is working as well as our TVA. All right, so we don't need the ball at the moment, let's just put that there. Okay, right, so hip bones in about an inch, press lightly, so set, and now we're going to blow out. So can you feel anything happening as you blow out? Can you feel pelvic floor lifting a little bit? Okay, we want to make sure we get a really big lift of pelvic floor. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we're picking up a blueberry with our bottom. Okay, and we're going to blow out, and we're going to lift the blueberry all the way up inside of us to our belly button. Okay, so really take note of what you're feeling in your lower tummy. Okay, so fingertips on your hip bones in about an inch, press lightly. Okay, so remember your blueberry. Okay, so set, and then you're going to blow out, pick your blueberry up and take it up to your belly button, and then relax. Okay, relax, relax, relax. So it does take a little bit of practice. There's lots and lots of things going on. Okay, so let's go again. All right, so hip bones in about an inch. So this is just so that you can feel that connection, you can feel your tummy's working. Okay, so hip bones in about an inch, set, set, so you've got to say it properly, set, and then big blow out, big lift of pelvic floor. So you'll find as you keep practicing, okay, that you really can get a really good lift of pelvic floor. You can take that blueberry all the way up towards your belly button. Okay, just make sure in between that you totally relax. Okay, right, so hip bones in about an inch, set. Okay, so you're picking that blueberry up with your bottom, taking it all the way up towards your belly button, and then relax. Okay, drop it. So you should feel as you go on a really, really strong pull between your hip bones across this band here. Okay, So I just want you to put your hand around your waist now. So one hand hip bone in about an inch, okay, other hand around your waist. So we're going to see how far your TVA, okay, so you should be able to feel your TVA working all the way up here, okay. Right, so let's go again, all right, so set, big blowout, pick your blueberry up, and then relax, okay. So you should feel tightening across your lower tummy. You should feel this tightens very slightly around your waist, okay? And you should feel pelvic floor really lifting inside of you, okay? So remember, it's going to take a lot of practice, okay? So hip bone in about an inch, okay? Waist, set, and then blow out, lift your blueberry, and then relax, okay? So it's a hard blowout through pursed lips, okay? Okay, so even once you know what you're feeling and that you can activate your TVA without saying set, just by blowing out your pelvic floor, the point we want to get to is that you blow out and your pelvic floor lifts, okay? So this is just the process that we've got to go through to get to getting your pelvic floor working really properly, okay? But it's really important throughout all these programs that when I say blow out, lift pelvic floor, that you know what to do, but you also know what to feel, okay? Your breath has to be connected to your pelvic floor. A lot of the times after we've given birth, we lose a lot of sensation, okay? And things just don't connect properly. So we need to work on that connection, and if we really can't get it, we need extra help. We've got to ask for extra help, okay? So we're just going to take those two, that breath a little bit further, okay? Or that movement a little bit further. So you're just going to have a sock or a stretchy band, okay? And I'm holding it shoulder width apart, all right? So I'm going to say set, and I'm going to blow out, lift pelvic floor. And so I'm picking my blueberry up, taking it up to my belly button, and I'm just going to pull the band apart very slightly, okay? So all this is going to do is create extra tension in my tummy, okay? So set, and then totally relax, okay? Set, that's it. So with the band pull, every time you pull the band, you should feel a corresponding pull down here, and it should feel stronger than when you're just using your breath, okay? So set, set. So a lot of the time we don't need to say set each time, okay? It depends if your tummy goes back to that pre-tension state, okay? So throughout the videos and the workout videos, I will say set at the beginning of the exercise, okay? So I've pre-tensioned, so set, I've activated that TVA, and then I will blow out, lift pelvic floor, relax, blow out. So throughout the reps, I'm not saying set in between each one, because each time my tummy's coming back to that pre-tension state, okay? We'll just try another one as well. We just want to really make sure that you've got that connection, that you really know what you're feeling, okay? So put a ball or a cushion in between your knees, okay? So let's go back to that hip bones, okay? So hip bones in about an inch and press lightly, okay? Right, so set, big blowout, big lift of pelvic floor, and you're going to squeeze the ball gently between your thighs, okay? So it's just a gentle movement. Your inner thighs really help your pelvic floor to activate, okay? Right, so hip bones in about an inch, big blowout. Big lift of pelvic floor, okay? So you're picking up that blueberry, lifting up to your belly button, okay? Set. So you should feel a really strong pull across your lower tummy. So another thing to watch out for is that tummy flattens when we're blowing out, lifting pelvic floor. If you find, because we've got our hands there, if you find that your tummy is pushing out, we need to coach that so that you are flattening tummy, okay? If your tummy's pushing out, it means that you're creating a lot of extra pressure that will actually push down on pelvic floor, and we don't want that, okay? So hip bones in about an inch, okay? So you can feel what your tummy's doing. So set, pick that blueberry up, squeeze the ball, and then relax, okay? So you'll feel this tighten against your hand, but you shouldn't feel it push out, okay? So let's go once more. So hip bones in about an inch, set, big blowout, big lift of pelvic floor, okay? So I would like you to download this video, okay, and practice. Get that really good connection with your breath, your pelvic floor. Have a practice of what you've got to feel, what you've got to find, okay? So our end goal is that whenever we're exercising, whatever we're doing, so if we're lifting something heavy, you blow out and your pelvic floor will lift, okay? So we have got to, throughout all these programs and videos, if your pelvic floor isn't lifting on its own, we have got to make sure that when we blow out our pelvic floor, we lift it, okay? And we know what we're feeling. We know that we're feeling that tightening in our lower tummy. If you put your hands here, you know that you're feeling it tighten around your waist. In different positions, you'll feel it tightening lower back as well. There's so much going on that you kind of can't think about where you can feel the tightening, okay? But practice. If you can't feel the connection, we need to dig deeper. We need to have a little bit more coaching, either with me or with a women's health physio or another fitness professional, just to make sure that you can connect everything together, because it's all got to work all together. Right, hope that made sense. It did to me anyway. Right, lovely to see you. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Any questions, then do get in contact with me. Okay.